Border Patrol agents are chasing smugglers around the clock. Last year alone, they captured more than 300,000 undocumented immigrants along the southwestern border.
Eyewitness News anchor Sarah Forgany spent a weekend with agents on the border as they came face to face with smugglers.
Yeah, okay, 10-4. We'll keep this area hot. The United States Border Patrol is the most assaulted law enforcement agency in the country. Let's go. We have agents on the ground that are actually tracking them.
All right, they're headed downriver. They're headed downriver.
We were there with Assistant Chief Gabriel Acosta watching for smugglers.
So right now they're coming up to this road that we're on.
So this is, you said, Highway 83?
Yeah.
We set up on this highway agents know is a hot spot.
Yeah, see, that's the group right there, right?
So we used night vision binoculars.
Hey, Rich, and this was the group that was brought across with the raft? Yes.
Tracking a group of people walking through the dark, bushy field.
It's a very dangerous job.
Agents don't know who's dangerous and who's not until the takedown.
So they got him?
Yeah.
We pulled up just as agents walked out of the woods with 6 people. Acosta thinks an experienced smuggler is hiding within the group.
At one point, our agents saw the group jogging, and if you're jogging, that means you know where you're going.
Smugglers, he says, work for the cartel.
So these 4 are related.
All 4 of them,
Yes,
all the women.
All the women are related. Past experiences. The guy with the beanie is
The smuggler.
most likely the guy. Yeah.
And even though they're known for smuggling drugs, they also smuggle humans. The next night, it was a different story.
So you found them hiding right here?
Yes, right here in the brush. Right in here, underneath this tree, there's a trail that leads to the river. And they were approximately 20 to 25 yards from this road here.
The guide was nowhere to be found.
What happened?
The guide left them by themselves, so they didn't know where to go. We were left on the riverbanks in the middle of the night. They'd never been here before, so they were a little disoriented.
Another busy night for agents. While some of them were working on 2 different groups, we were advised that a 3rd agent had just made another arrest involving 3 people who were found hiding in this area.
One of our seismic sensors took an activation.
Agent Jeff Mauro was the first on scene.
8 minutes from when they activated the sensor to when I apprehended them.
He says they came from Honduras.
A whole scenario goes through your mind in regards to what could happen on the riverbanks. Is the guide waiting for you to try to attack you because they're getting paid to move these people across the river? Credenciales?
In this case, Mauro says the men didn't have any weapons, just their Honduran passports and a Bible.
A lot of people have a bad view of what Border Patrol does, but they don't see what the agents go through day in and day out. I do understand that there's a lot of people coming across just because they're looking for a better life, but we recently apprehended a subject who was wanted for murder and escaped prison in Mexico, and I've personally arrested someone who was in prison for sexual encounters with a 14-year-old.
So you're constantly changing your tactics?
We have to, just like they do. From here, they were going to get picked up in a vehicle and go to a stash house. They have people in these deplorable conditions. No running water. They may get placed into the back of a tractor trailer.
Outside the San Antonio Walmart, 38 people were found in a sweltering semi-truck, and 10 of them did not survive. While we were in Laredo, Border Patrol rescued 76 undocumented immigrants, including children, packed in the back of a tractor trailer.
What we're trying to do is prevent that from happening. Prevent from what happened in San Antonio from happening again.
As for these 2 groups,
the next step is they're going to be transported to the station. They'll be fingerprinted and entered into the system to see if they have any prior criminal or immigration history, and then they'll be processed according and either sent to court or returned to their native countries.
The majority of undocumented immigrants crossing over come from Honduras, El Salvador, Mexico, Guatemala, and more recently, an increase from the Asian country, Bangladesh. Tomorrow night at this time, I'll have an in-depth look at the resources agents use to stop smugglers, and I did ask them about the border wall.